Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey guys, and welcome to another review of The Bad Batch. The last time we saw The Bad Batch, things just went wrong, of course. First, with of course, the Galactic Republic has been reorganized into the first Galactic Empire for safe and secure society. But that didn't go wrong. And only thing that went wrong, Order 66 has been called by the regular clones. But the only one of the Reg who did not follow that order of the Bad Batch is, of course, Echo. Due to his damage at Scour Minor. Yep, at Scour Minor. It damaged his inhibitor chip. So, refused to, follow that program. And Clone Force 99, with only one, Crosshair, following that order, and drawing attention, and of course, he joined the Empire. But Omega, however, joined in. And now they're on an adventure. And this episode of this review is Cut and Run. Now I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. I thought it was good, it's hard to get used to Omega, but then again, a Big Hutter would make it, make an excellent father figure, to be honest. Kind of like Din Djarin and Grogu, with Hunter and Omega. Beginning to bond like a father and a daughter. But like I say, I'm not an SJW. I would never will be. And I never want to get into politics ever, Since, may not like Trump, but however, I don't, cry out foul, like the SJWs do. But, however, I'm here to do a review only. So, yeah, and I thought it was good, as we got to see Cut again, and of course, with the return of Nika Flutterman, the voice of Asajj Ventress, and of course, she's best known for her animation work for my jet partners, a monkey, as Adam Lion, and of course with the other show I don't like talking about, the one from Nickelodeon, that one I'm not gonna be a fan of. But however, oh bless me, I'm sorry. There might be a dust, but as for Nika Flutterman making a return to Star Wars, yep, where I mentioned her as a Asajj Ventress, and of course Adam Lyon from like Jim Harder's Bucky, which the Clone Wars was part of Cartoon Network at that time before George Lucas gave everything to Disney, which I still thought it was a bad. And I thought it would be a best decision, but I resent that. But however, and I was gonna also mention that she also played my favorite Loud sister of the Loud House, Luna Loud. And Cat Source, and they returned as the kids, you know? Oh yeah, and Flutterman also played the missus of Cut. But yeah. But I will give you guys the details of what really had happened. Alright, here we go. And yes, we've already did that, and we got to the Bad Batch with the intro. Well, or in that case, Tatcon. And the episode name, Cut and Run. Really? But this time in the same color as the Bad Batch title card. And they already went into hyperspace, trying to go into hiding from the newly Empire, but still D. Bradley Baker clones. Maybe we could get some with the maybe we could get some for the Bad Batch, you know? And Omega, however, is, still sleeping. The little one tuck it out. And of course, they're going to the planet Scalolia. Or Scarilla. I would make a Corella the Ville joke, but, But the last time we saw that planet, it was in the Clone Wars. And of course, Omega, welcome to the jungle, where everything is but just fun and games. And of course, the littlest member of the Bad Batch, of course, was just curious, just grabbing the dirt, and she was like play with the dirt. And the clones were going in. Oh yeah, and beware, guys. There's gonna be like a platoon jokes in there. You know? I mean, there's gonna be some platoon references. You got Hunter, who looks like Charlie Sheen, because in that movie, Charlie Sheen wears a headband, and yes, there's also gonna be a Rambo reference. Yeah, because Hunter wields a vibro knife. You know? Yep. And Rambo just told Omega, it's a booby trap. Well, they don't sound like Sylvester Stallone. He's voiced by Steve Bradley Baker. And Dan Wrecker, my favorite Clone Force 99 member, just crossed over the wire, but he didn't know there's laser wire. And then coming up are the droid pikes. Oh no. Oh no. The droid Punjis. Don't worry. He didn't fall into them. They just sprung up around him. And he screamed. Began to shoot the droids. But as for Cut and his wife, Bujia, spotted them, but Cut realized the three of the Bad Batch, and they went inside with the with Cut and the missus. But however, Cut did not notice the two arriving. One being his brother Echo, who was once a Reg, but was found at Exo at planet Exo, and he was held hostage by the Separatists and got reprogrammed as a machine, percentage-wise, I meant. And Omega, who of course joined in with Bad Batch 99 after being a part of the rescue mission. And Cut wanted to know about Crosshairs, but he said it's a long story. But however, he did say it's a long story of why. Of why Crosshairs betrayed them. But then, here comes the kids. One sounding like Phil, and the other sounding like Luna Loud. And yeah, I'm a huge animation guy. And I don't mean just in Star Wars, but animation in general, whether it's DreamWorks, Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, well, formerly Cartoon Network, but not anymore, but classics, yes. But current ones, They were youthful, and of course, they loved playing ball, but they were happy to see their uncles, the Bad Batch, well, because they're Cut's, brothers. Well, because they are brothers. The Bad Batch and Cut. Yeah. Yeah, and they are trying to find a way out of here. But Cut has a plan to make sure they aren't noticed. Like with the uniform, because they'll know them with a commando uniform, because they will be destroyed and detected. So he gave them a bunch of Vietnamese farm outfit. Well, he sure went from Rambo or Charlie Sheen to a Vietnamese farmer. Cause yeah, I mean, look it up. I mean, everybody you guys watch Rambo or Platoon. Well, both of them are R-rated, but both actors have headbands. Had trademark headbands. Rambo and Charlie Sheen. But then the citizen tried to get out. But however, with the announcement that the credits will be traded in, rather than traded them rather be, you know, Republic credits are no good. Now they be traded for Imperial credits. And you can't get in to go to another planet without the codes. Without the code numbers. Well, that's done. But where is Omega, however? Oh yeah, Omega was out with the kids. You know, playing ball, and then the ball just went past the fence, and of course Omega was, you know, they would get it, but when the kids say they'll get it later, cause why? Well, because Omega's full of curiosity, and curiosity killed the cat. Or in that case, about to kill the clone with the Nixu, the same creature we saw that flashed Padme from Attack of the Clones. And then, when the kid told her, "Don't move," and they ran to their parents, of course, while Hunter discussed with Cut of how they're going to use Tech and Echo to, you know, hack it to the numbers, the code numbers. But with Tech saying, it's not a stick, but he said yes. And then the kids were just shouting out to their parents, saying that there's a Nixu coming. And Omega played ball, and she went past the fence. And then of course, with Fujiya, and she, of course, used a sniper to stop the creature, to stun the creature, and here comes Hunter with the vibro knife. And then after running away from her and the Bad Batch, Hunter was yelling at Omega. Oh, come on. That's just as... Oh, come on. That's just uncalled for, because, I mean, she's just a child. I mean, that's just as, you know... That's just as bad as Din Djarin lay a finger on Grogu when he was trying to eat the eggs. When he was trying to eat the eggs? Come on. The kid's hungry. And rule number one to Djarin: never lay a finger on the child. And rule number two for Hunter: never yell at a child. But it could, of course, you know, came in and just told Hunter that she's not a soldier, you know, cut her some slack. And of course he is comforting Omega, and is show very concerned, you know. But yeah, take the word. Yeah, Hunter, take the word. But like I say, I'm not a, you know. Well, like I say, I mean, Omega was kind of. I was kind of like when Omega was like full of curiosity. Yeah, full of curiosity, you know? But however, yeah, there's been a later discussion with him Omega, of course, when she was in her ship, crying. Yeah, she was, tearing up after two things. Anixu almost killed her, and Hunter's tone. And yeah, it's pretty much how we relate, We upset the parents, and of course, sometimes the neighbors just could comfort us, but however, again, he should cut her some slack. Cut Omega some slack. But then, of course, he thought about it. About what Cut just said. And he realized he was right. That he shouldn't, talk to Omega like that. Like if she were a soldier. Yeah, and I agree. He should never talk to her like a soldier, but rather just talk to her like a concerned father. That, like a concerned father, like Cut does. But then, of course, he would get some extra, extra scan code. With extra scan code with, for her to, to be safe with Cut and the missus and their kids. However, we see Tech and Echo. We're having a conversation, and they're coming up with a plan. That's so crazy, it just might work. But however, Hunter was not happy with those two, and yes, those two, yeah, they get the tone, and yeah, they they are soldiers of his, and of course, just why he said a compound it would never work, and he just told him that Omega's in that ship. And I left with Omega, say hi, because, But the Bad Batch, however, 3 of the 5 Bad Batch, were hiding inside in the compound, while the clone troopers, the reprogrammed Regs, were looking for inspecting the ship. But Tech, however, has gotten the idea, and of course, Tech said it would be risky to go ahead with this, But then, of course, they found, Echo's the one who said it was a bad idea, but Tech is saying that he, of course, said it would work. And Echo just had to go in while the clone trooper locked the security doors, and then just began to rig the system. And of course, he got the data codes. Yep, and he's got the scan codes and data, so that he could hack them. And here comes Echo, and he brought them Here, and Tech, however, is hacking into the system, hacking the codes, make sure that Cut and the family and Omega will stay safe. But Hunter did not tell Omega that. So that's one less Christmas card he'll be getting, or that's one less Life Day card that Hunter will be getting from Omega. And yeah, I just referenced Life Day, you know, a celebration of Kashyyyk, you know, like Christmas. But, however, that poor little bugger is, of course, we've given the code. And however, the droid, she got the codes, and Ed says, of course, Tech is really in disbelief that Omega had the codes, and there was an astromech droid shouting out like R2-D2, but deeper, or like a alien way language, and then Wrecker shut it up by shutting it down. Yep, the big guy is here. And of course, yeah, you could say he's got a few screws loose, but he's got an inhibitor chip loose. That's more like it. And it saved that little clone trooper, so she could take the Cut and his family. But it creates a diversion. But with the data code, and he says, there it is. Oh, no, that's right. It's my hand. Oh, is he gonna give him a bear hug? Nope. Just knocked him out. And then, of course, with Tech and trying to help Echo, who is hacking the system, but yet the stormtroopers, or the clone troopers, begin to attack. But here comes Omega, saving the day. And then then Hunter begins to tell Omega that the extra data code is for her. Just, you know, wants her to be safe with the family, you know? That, you know, just needed a family. And I couldn't go stoop low to that level. Nah, you know, it's just equally standards, you know, you keep her safe. And then, of course, we saw the clone trooper, and I was like, uh-oh. But then I heard a beep. But then, because it's like your clear for entrance. And Cut, his family, and Omega are cleared. But however, Wrecker did ask about Omega. And Omega's like, you know. But, however, Hunter just told Wrecker that she's not coming with them because she needs a family. But she's like, hey. And then the Stormtrooper grabbed her by the foot. Okay, then. Okay, yeah. Where's Chris Hansen and the cookies? Where you need them? But here comes Hunter. Just fending off the stormtrooper, or the clone trooper. But while going on board, the cut was stopped by a clone trooper, and one of the clone troopers cut from somewhere. Like they knew cut from somewhere. But however, he was interrupted by his fellow brother. That there's a pilot. Sorry, there's a fight going on in a junkyard or compound. But then the clone who stopped Cut saying, "Carry on." Well, looks like Cut got away with that one. So we don't have to worry about it, folks. That a Cut who defied Order 66, of course, had his inhibitor chip removed. And a man who wanted to start a family finally got away with his family. Escaping the planet, and back at the compound, Tech has finally got it out, and then the Bad Batch retreated with Omega. And then they go out of the planet. So long. And then we see, of course, with going on, like with, Tech and Echo, and of course, Wrecker lifting a Gonk droid. I don't know if that's the same Gonk droid that we saw in Return of the Jedi. But, however, we end things with Omega had an apology to do for Hunter. And of course Hunter also apologized to Omega for for treating her earlier like a soldier, which she isn't a soldier. She's just a child. Well, like I say, even though I'm not like a big Omega fan, but but I could relate to her, like my childhood, and that all that matters is I could relate to Omega, and of course, and Hunter, I could relate to him, which of course, with the look of Charlie Sheen, but wielding a weapon like Rambo. But yet, he would make an excellent father figure to Omega. Alright guys, that's all what I have to say. And of course, with the Bad Batch, what adventure's gonna hold them next? And it'll be on the next Wednesday Awakens, not next week, but the week after. Cause I needed a break, from podcasting, just for a week. But don't worry guys, I'll be back to talk about things with bonus episodes like Marvel Tuesday and of course, Thirst Trek, which I haven't done in a long time. Alright guys, that's gonna be about it. I will see you guys next time, and as always, may the Force be with you, and of course, that's the end of Star Wars Week.